Welcome to the last part of our four-part tutorial on creating a title block for vendor-neutral building automation system drawings. In this part of the tutorial, we'll illustrate the use of attributes and the use of PASTECLIP to attach a logo to our title block. This video builds off of the Part 3 tutorial. All right, we've completed the basics of our background for our title block, and now we're going to work with attributes to define the information that we can update on the drawing. So we're going to begin by changing our layers. So we're going to go up here to Layers, and we're going to change our current layer to the title block text. So we've set that to current. Now I'm going to lock my other title block background just so I don't mess with it. So we'll close out of the layers. And then we begin the fun stuff. We're going to go up to block here, and we're going to define attributes. So we're going to click on this icon. And we're going to start putting in our attributes. Now, what I would recommend is that you sit down and really plan out your attributes and define what it is that you want them to be, define the text. I'll provide you an example of how I did that to create this video, but I found it very helpful. So, first attribute that I'm going to put in here, my tag, is DWG drawing number. This is the prompt that it's going to ask you. And I'm going to say drawing number question mark. We're going to use a center justified 3-snap simplex. And in this case, I'm going to put in the coordinates that I already know for this. And our x is going to be 14.9375, y coordinate of 0.5781225. Click OK, and you see our attribute came up on the screen. So that's the procedure that we used. I'm going to do some screen captures to show you the actual coordinates, but you can zip through those and fast forward through the video, but I didn't want to present the actual values that we're going to have on the screen. Now that we've completed the tedious task of inserting our 50 different attributes on the drawing, we're going to go to the next step, and that is to block the drawing. Prior to blocking, we're going to actually do one more thing here. Let's go in here into our layers, and let's unlock our title block border, set that as the current layer, and then close out of here. And then we are going to do the block command from the command line. We're going to call this BSUBAS underscore title block. We're going to call this BSUBAS title block. Our insertion point is going to be 0, 0 again. And let's say OK to that. And now we're going to start selecting our objects. The first object that we're going to select is the block that we made earlier of the title block border. Select that. And then we're going to start selecting the attributes in the order that we want the attributes to appear. So let's start with the title lines, and then move to the other areas of the drawings. I'm going to pan up here. All right, now that I've finished selecting all my attributes, I'm going to do a right click, click OK, and you see that what comes up is the attribute dialog box here. And let's just as an example type in something here just to demonstrate how this works. So line 1 of title, and let's put in the drawing number. Let's go with 2.1.1. Click OK to that, and we see how that now shows up on our title block. So we've demonstrated how we can use the attributes. Now that we've got our title block created, we're going to personalize it a little bit and just add some information. I've already added in this text, and this is in the client area of the title block, and in the area for the BAS vendor, we've got other information here. Now the last thing that we're going to do is add a logo, and we're going to use the PASTECLIP command for that. Now right now I've got my logo is opened up in Paint, so I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to go into Paint. I'm going to select all, and then copy, minimize that, back in AutoCAD. I'm going to type in the command from the command line, PASTECLIP. And I'm going to place my logo on my drawing. And what the PASTECLIP does is inserts the logo into the drawing, but it's not an external reference. It's actually now part of the drawing. All right, I've made some small adjustments to my logo here, where I've stretched it to bring it onto snap on the edges, and then I've centered it over my text over here. We're going to do one more thing to the logo, and that is we're going to click on it, do a right click, click Properties, and then under the line weight, we're going to go in here and we're going to change this to a line weight of 0. And what that will do is prevent you from having a line around your border when you plot this out. Even though it shows up on the screen as having a line here, when you actually plot that with that line weight set to 0, that line will disappear. Now we've completed the construction of our drawing. Let's take a look at the whole thing. Let's zoom all, and we now have a complete drawing. So let's just save that. And we've now completed our title block. Now that we've completed our title block, let's take a look at a finished drawing. We've plotted this drawing in two sizes, 11 by 17 and 8.5 by 11. 11 by 17 is the native size of our drawing. This has traditionally been the size of BAS drawings, and for those comfortable with this size, you may wish to continue using this size. But we now have a more workable option for the drawing size. Because we've carefully chosen our drawing limits and text size, we can provide very legible drawings on 8.5 by 11 paper. Standard size 3-ring binders that are readily available can be used for our document packages. This is especially helpful for managing multiple projects. Instead of searching through a stack of 11 by 17 documents, project binders are easily identified and can be organized neatly on a shelf. While it's possible to fold 11 by 17 drawings for use in standard 3-ring binder, the process is time-consuming and not very practical for large projects. The 8.5 by 11 size documents have the support of the binder. This makes it easier to hold and redline documents in the field. Project binders are easily carried in a backpack. This is very helpful when working in the field and carrying project binders on public transit, a bike, or campus shuttle bus.